Sorry we're a little late. I was trying to get all the birds fed, and I'm gonna say hi, make sure everybody had what they needed. We're crooked right now. Sorry, this thing's crooked. We always have something going on. Let's say hi to everyone. There's Victoria. Yeah, there's, oh, and Jessie. Oh, what? The queen. Hi, guys. Hey, and Baby and Puffy over there, they're being really good. Everybody's still eating. So we have the lights dim because if I don't, they get really wild, and Victoria's not ready for the total impact of Baby and Puffy just yet. Still a little crooked. We're still a little crooked. Let me see what I can do here. Sorry. I should have adjusted that, but I'm sure I'll be moving this camera around because who knows what will happen. There are some birds that are loose, and Maui, my cake's still loose, so he's somewhere in the room. I hear him. He sounds like a little mouse. But it's so good to see everybody. Linda Parrot, Tiffany, Joel, Cinnamon, sorry. Birgit's here. Birgit, hi. It's like, I think it's probably around 3 o'clock in Austria AM. Lindsay and Vango de Bungie. Mikio's here. Jessica, hi Jessica. Oh, I need to respond to your email, Jessica. Sorry about that. Victoria Cockatoo's getting upset. So anyways, you guys, as you can see the title, part of it is a Victoria update. She's doing really good. I had a meeting with her vet on the phone, Dr. G. What's wrong, baby? Come here. She is getting more spicy, as you can see. Do you want a walnut? Yes. Now everybody's going to want a walnut. Oh, no. Feather Flock is here. Is that good? Maybe the other birds didn't see. Mother Dove Green River's here. She's going to... Abigail's here. Hi, Abigail, the bird lovers. Abigail's here. Yay. Okay, so that's what she wanted. She could see the... Now the other birds are going to want walnuts. Oh, no. Oh, no, let's hide. They're eating dinner. Maybe they didn't see. But so I had a meeting with Dr. G, and we're still discussing what we can do to improve Victoria. Hi, Jeff Wright. Hey, you're new. Welcome to Parrot Playhouse. We're so happy. Oh, did she drop her walnut? Hold on. We're so happy to have you. Hi. And Christine is here. Christine Wood. Boy, Christine has been busy. Talk about someone that's been helping rescues lately. You know, you guys, I don't know if you saw, if you follow Christine's Chop Shop, but she drove out to the Oasis Sanctuary that has 800 plus parrots, and these parrots, if the Oasis Sanctuary didn't take them, many of them would have been euthanized, because these were birds, some that had disabilities, some that were extremely aggressive, some that were wild, that were smuggled in from Mexico and different parts of the world, and they were confiscated by Fish and Wildlife Services, and so they call the Oasis Sanctuary. So can you guys still hear me? Something just happened, and it just synced with one of my devices. Can you hear me? I don't even want to touch it because something will happen, but can you hear me okay? Can you guys hear me? You can't hear me. You can't hear me. Okay, give me a second. I don't think you can hear me. Oh, you can? You can. Okay, sorry. It just did. He just bit my ear. He just bit my ear, and he's laughing, and he did a dinosaur. Oh my God. But it wasn't a hard bite. Sorry, there's Jessie. Jessie's in the house, in the bird room. So anyway, so Christine drove out there. You guys get pretty much the idea of what the Oasis Sanctuary is. Christine drove out there and brought them $3,500 of Christine's Chop Shop. That was out of her own pocket because they needed it. And that is just incredible. And she also bought a cage for another bird whose owner passed away. She bought this king's cage. She paid a lot of it on her own, but then also people donated money as well to help this bird. So Christine's Chop Shop, boy, she's on fire right now, helping birds in the parrot crisis and birds all over. So thank you, Christine. So she's here right now, and that's ChristineChopShop.com if you want to buy some chop and support her, because she's awesome. But so Dr. G basically said, you know, there's more than one thing going on with Victoria Cockatoo. But the problem is she keeps falling, and she keeps falling because she's going blind, and that's a problem, and that's another reason why she doesn't like the lights on in here. Oh, you see, she wants another walnut. She doesn't like too many lights on because it does bother her. So I have like these big lights, so I kept them up. Can I get a walnut? Oh yeah, here, Rick. You want a walnut? Here you go. No. And so yeah, Victoria will hand her walnut to you. So Victoria's going blind. So once again, talk to see if Victoria thinks there's a walnut on my hand. There's no walnut, baby. It's on your foot. It's on your foot. You had the walnut. And so there's talk about doing the eye surgery. And the eye surgery is kind of a big deal because it's going to be, it's going to be new. They're basically going to put a cockatoo lens. Thank you, Mikio. There's Christine's Chop Shop link. Thank you. A lens in her eye. And so Dr. Struby, who did baby's eye surgery, has never done this, but I didn't want to do this because there wasn't going to be an avian veterinarian inside the hospital. Dr. G said that she will be there. She's going to do the anesthesia. She's going to make sure that Victoria her signs are stable. Dr. Struby thinks he can get in and out in 20 minutes. So it's still, you know, we still don't know. We have permission from the hospital if Dr. G can go in there. We still don't know if it's going to fix what she needs. So we are talking to other ophthalmologists, or Dr. G is. And so we're doing our research right now, but that's what's going on. And there's like a number of different ophthalmologists and avian veterinarians that are actually, we're getting opinions on, and doctors that have done the surgery, we're finding out how are their patients doing. So there's a lot going on. Oh, Jessie wanted a walnut. Sorry, you're right. Duh. Thank you, Mikio. Is that what you wanted? You know, when I'm live, like my brain, it's like I'm like focused on trying to read the comments and not mess up people's names. Okay, feather flock. Ever since I have had a bird, I want to do it. I also want to become an avian vet. But I can't decide. Ooh, very cool. So that's what's going on with Victoria, and she's starting new pain meds as well. But honestly, she's doing, look how spicy she is tonight. Like, she wants more walnuts. And so she's doing better. Her air sac closed, you guys. You can see, now we can see her figure. Wasn't that terrible? Those of you that saw what happened, you know, her air sac was leaking after that surgery, and it didn't close up. So I'm going to be a vet tech. That's awesome, Mother Dove. So it was terrible. So Victoria went through a lot, but we found a lot through that surgery. We had to make sure she didn't have cancer. We had to make sure that her ovary wasn't working. We had to make sure that she had a hysterectomy, but a piece of her uterus was left because she almost died in surgery, and the uterus had to be removed to save her life. Like, it was rotten, it had eggs in there, like it was really bad. For those of you that don't know Victoria's story, she was abused before I got her. I rescued her. And so it's just been the battle to save Victoria Cockatoo, and that's what we've been doing. And just giving her the best life possible. She thinks I have another walnut. Victoria, I keep giving you walnuts and then you drop them, baby. Maybe if I hold the walnuts, and because she's having a hard time holding them, now I've lost the walnuts. Oh my gosh. So anyways, I really want to get into the rescue that needs help, because this is actually a big emergency, you guys. I feel kind of responsible that they're in it once again, because they took in some birds that needed help. Oh, Christine, thank you for being you. No, thank you for being you. You're amazing. Thank you, Christine. I don't know how much more you can give. I mean, the other day somebody was like, how does Christine make any money? How does she support herself with the amount that she gives to rescues and bird families that are in need, with her food and raffles and, you know, donating cages? Like, it's just, she must, I can't even imagine, you guys. She gives like thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, and she's just amazing. So I just love her. I love how you share the episodes following the veterinary experiences your birds have. I know it's tough to share. I actually have a really big one coming up, but it's not my bird. It's Rocky. He was also, what was his name? Nikio. He was a rescue that Animal Alliance rescued. I just need to find time to edit that. It's really good. A full veterinarian exam and a happy update of how good he's doing. So it's actually a really positive video. But Dr. G, once again, you get to see her, and it's just so step by step. It's pretty darn cool, you guys. So this rescue, it's Parrots First. And Parrots First is in LA. They have helped so many birds. They've helped so many people. And in fact, when Victoria Cockatoo got sick, Rose, who's the founder of Parrots First, reached out to me and said, I want to help. And I said, you know, I've got it under control. Thank you so much, Rose. You guys have plenty of birds to take care of. Thank you. Rose has also helped other birds that needed help, that were in need of rescue, where people reached out to me and the bird needed surgery. Parrots First paid the bill. And it's just, and I've also done some underground rescues, you guys, that I haven't shared. And these are the rescues. They're underground because they have to be underground, because that means the bird was in great danger and there were bad people coming. And so those rescues have to be silent. But there was one particular one that was just so terrible, where an elderly man passed away, and it was a cockatoo and a lovebird. And these people went in and got the bird out of the home. And when they were removing the birds, they killed one of the birds with a stick. They were trying to knock it down because it was flying around. And this cockatoo that they took, I don't know how they got a hold of the bird. They said that they had an okay. This bird, it was terrible. So somehow someone, you know, a neighbor reached out to me. I don't want to go into too much detail. And so I had worked 6 months trying to get this bird out of the situation. Long story short, they disappeared. They went to sell it. I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden somebody notified me and said, hey, can you help this bird? And it turned out it was that bird. And that bird had to be helped immediately. It was just, and I had nowhere to take it. I reached out to Parrots First. Boom, they swooped in. They saved this bird. This bird was once again in danger. So they've done so many wonderful things. That's just one rescue. I can't go into details about that, but you can see why I can't. Right now, what has happened is, once again, I reached out to them. There were 4 parrots that needed rescue. One of their beloved owners is very sick, and they cannot keep these birds. Like, it's serious. So one of the birds is going to go somewhere else, and Parrots First is taking 3 of those birds, or they already have. After they said that they would, they had an emergency with one of the birds that they adopted out themselves. And this bird is named Pontouf. And this bird is so loved by her adopted dad that adopted her. She fell and broke her leg. It wasn't like an easy break, it was a shatter. And the x-rays are, you just see it just totally broken. Pontouf's father has been affected by the pandemic, right? So many of us have. I've been, so many people have. And this bill was so big, like the decision had to be made. The bird was at the hospital. He reached out to Parrots First. I need help. It's either I amputate her leg, and this is a young cockatoo, or we do the surgery. And the surgery was $4,000. And originally they were going to splint it. They got in, they called, they said, we can't splint it. The leg is too far gone. It needs to be pinned. And so it was $4,000. So Parrots First, with all the money they had in their account, they put it towards this cockatoo, because you know how hard it is to find a cockatoo that is happy in a home, a relationship between an owner and a cockatoo. Like, this Pontouf's owner loves her so much. He's just like the videos, I'm gonna be making a video, you're just gonna melt when you see him interacting with her. It is so magical. And I'm so glad they did what they did. But now they do need help, because if they do have another emergency, and like I said, they just took in those 3 parrots that I asked them, like, can you help? So I feel really responsible once again. And so now they're in a tough situation. And of course, they're going to make sure the birds get care. But they did reach out to me, which they never have, and said, you know what, can you please maybe get the word out. And I'm like, absolutely, I'm going to do everything I can, because we've got flock power behind us. And so what I've done is I've put their PayPal in the description below. And so if you guys can donate, please do. If you can't, don't worry, just share this video. But most importantly, what's super helpful is share the video that I'm going to upload about them. And it's going to have Pontu's video with her father before she had the accident. And then they'll show her, don't worry, it's not going to be one of those videos where it's going to be hard to watch. It's going to show her in her cast and healing. And she's going to require ongoing veterinary care. So there's going to be a few more bills. Victoria thinks I've got walnuts in my hands. I don't know what I did with the walnuts, you guys. You know how these lives go? Like, all of a sudden, here we go. Hold on just a second. So you're just gonna you're gonna love the video, but it's important to share the video, and so many of you are so good about that. Like, we have helped so many people with our videos. And the last video, it was Blue Canyon Parrot Rescue, where the owner was murdered and her parrots became orphans. Did you know that GoFundMe got shared? It was like 1.7 thousand shares. That is like, right there, when I see that, that just makes me feel so good. That just gives me so much flock power fuel. That just shows people really care out there. And even if they don't have the money to share, have the money to donate, they sure are sharing and doing everything they can to make sure these stories get to where they need to. So the people that can help, because not everybody has been financially impacted by this pandemic, make sure that, the people that can help, they're getting those videos out to them. And that is just so cool. So, definitely. And then you're going to see some stuff on Facebook. This is usually where I put it. You're going to be seeing me share a lot of stories of Parrots first, and I'll be putting their PayPal. I'm also going to start a GoFundMe for them, because people do like to donate to GoFundMes, and GoFundMe is great. So I'm also going to have that as well. We'll share on SSR page. Mikio, that means so much. You're a rescue. You've got your own bills, right? But yet you're going to share as well to help out another rescue. And that is huge. When you see other rescues, they're also having a hard time, but they're sharing videos like this. They're sharing other rescue stories of birds that need help. And so that is so awesome. I'm really excited about that. So thank you. But yeah, hopefully, Parrots First, they reached out to me. They know we do a lot of this stuff here, right? And if we can all just work together, maybe, no, I don't want to say maybe, I just know something good's going to come up this, and we're going to fill up their bank account so they can continue to help other birds. And that would be so great. Love you guys. Okay, how can I donate cages from online? Oh, so donate cages to Parrots First, is that, or to Christine's Chop Shop for her, when she has birds that need cages? Now Parrots First, if you go on Flock Power, Christine, Flock Power, Linda Parrot, yes. So Malu, the way you can if you want to donate cages to Parrots First, just go on to their Facebook page, and they have a lovely Facebook page, and message them and say, hey, how can I donate a cage to you? That's awesome. And then if you are interested in donating a cage to the next person that needs a cage, that Christine Wood might be fundraising for, Christine Wood's right there, and you can email her, and it's christineschopshop@gmail.com, I think, or you can message her on Facebook. And oh, cool, you subbed. That's great. Thank you so much for that sub. Because let me tell you, I don't exactly know when I'm going to go live, and it's kind of hard to know. It depends on my bird's moods. And so it's important to hit that subscribe button, the like button, and the not the like button, but you can hit the like button if you want to, and the notification bell. So when I go live, it will let you know that I'm on here. Oh, can I ask a question? Yes, Featherflock. It's off topic and about my bungee. Nobody has a clear answer, and I like to see what you have to say. Go ahead and ask. There's a bunch of parrot lovers here. Maybe one of us will know what to do. Yes, Parrots First is in California, and they're based in LA. Victoria looks pretty. Victoria? You know, I think she wants to go to her cage, so let's take her to her cage. What I'll do is I'll bring another bird. I won't bring Jesse because he sometimes bites me when I have the phone, and so we're working on that. Look, she wants to go to her cage. There's the queen. I'm like putting a lot of things in her cage so she doesn't slip. There we go. Maui, can you come here? Can you step up, hun? You want to say hi to everyone? Yeah, you love your big sissy's cage, don't you? Yeah, you love your big sissy's cage. Should we bring out Thomas? Thomas has a class tomorrow with Busy Beaks Academy. Actually, we do. And we're furthering our education. And it's been awesome. Thomas, let's see if Thomas wants to come. I want to make sure, because sometimes different parts of the room, I lose you guys. And so I'm going to leave you right here. So don't go away. Come, I'll be right there. And I got my, look at that. It's backwards, but it's my Flock Power shirt. Because that's what it's all about. You want to come with me? Huh? You want to say hi? Okay, so Thomas. So I just want to warn everybody who has if you're underage, you know, like Thomas. Okay, that's a nice word. Thomas has been saying the big word, and so I just want to let you know, if he does, I apologize. We're working on that big word as well, so he doesn't use it. But the problem is he has taught the big word to Jesse, so now I've got both birds using that big word. And maybe they learned it from me. I don't know. I mean, sometimes we accidentally say some words that we don't want to say on accident. It happens. I'm human. And our birds, for some reason, pick it up because they really like how those words sound. So it's quite unfortunate. So Thomas says that, and he speaks Spanish. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. So we were going to have a question. And okay, there's the question. Let me see if but I subscribed with notifications. You did, Bungee Banter? That's so cool. Thank you. Thomas, can you say bueno to that? What? Bueno. That's so bueno. I have what? What? Oh, that's nice. I don't know what he said, but that's so sweet. Okay, so now he's regurgitating. Okay. I'm still waiting for the question. Yeah, I agree. It seems normal, especially for budgies. Oh, so the question's already been asked, and I missed it, you guys. Can somebody put the question back down? Bring baby out. I've got some bread for him. Christine likes to tease baby. Okay, so this is, oh no, that's not the question. Oh, here it is. My bungee is molting, and around her sear, it's kind of bald but full pin feathers, so that's good. Is that normal? I read that it could be PDFD or something. Quinn just went through that as well, and it looks terrible. I actually have a video on molting if you want to see that. Forget what the title. Oh, it's what happened. Something's wrong with my parrot, or something happened to my parrot, and it looks terrible. Like he has like no feathers right there. He looks like he's on death's door, but he was just molting. So, and usually what they say is when a bird is molting, that means that they're doing quite well, especially when they have healthy feathers coming back in. And so if you like to mist them gently and make sure it's a clean spray bottle, it doesn't have any slime, you can, if your bird like showers, just to soften some of those pin feathers. And so your bird does the same, Abigail, the bird lover. Yeah, I see it. Yeah, you would see they haven't seen you for a long. Okay, so you gonna regurgitate the whole time? What on? Bueno. Oh my goodness, he's like in love with me. So I try not to get, And then Jesse, did you have to bite my ear to let me know you wanted a walnut? Yeah. So now he's going to be a statue. It's going to be a statue bird. Okay, how is Munchkin doing? I don't have what her new mama has. So Munchkin, he just regurgitated on me. So Munchkin's mom's Instagram channel is Canamatella. Does anybody know? I want to say Melanie, but it's not. I think it's Canamatella. If you go to one of the Munchkin videos, I'll definitely have it in the description below. But Munchkin's doing really good, really good. And if you guys do follow her Instagram, Melanie's Instagram, with Munchkin there, thank you, Can of Nutella. Thank you. There it is on IG. It's so good. She does lives like we do here, lots of education, and she actually just adopted a macaw named Merlin. But she just did a live with Munchkin. I think it was 2 days ago. I missed it. And it was really cute. Munchkin loves her so much. And she actually called me, or messaged me last week because she didn't remember the whole rescue story of where Munchkin came from. And so I was the one that pulled Munchkin. And at the it was at Department of Animal Services. So I just kind of told her the whole story. So, because she said all her followers wanted to know. And I'm like, well, watch the Munchkin videos, Melanie. Okay, so Nathan, I want to ask. I have a masked lovebird. Those are beautiful. He's very comfortable with me. He knows the target training, excellent. But he didn't know how to step up on my finger. But he's not afraid of my hand. Can you get like a treat, like some millet, and get the millet and just put your finger attach it to the perch. So here's the perch, put your finger right there, and then put the millet right there. So start close, let it take a bite, and another bite, and just keep moving that millet slowly this way, till your precious little lovebird is on your finger, and make sure that you hold that finger steady because you don't want a wobbly branch. And so don't take the finger away that first time. So let this be the first one. So leave that finger there. And then maybe the next day, maybe move the finger gently away and away, but see how your bird looks. If the bird looks nervous, keep your finger there. It could take a month. If your bird is afraid of your, what are you whispering? I love you. Oh, I love him so much. If your bird is afraid of your finger, put the millet a little further away, and then slowly bring your finger closer and closer. That's what we're doing right now with Thomas, and he has seizures with towels, until that bird does not care about the finger and is no longer scared of your finger and just wants that millet. But do it on a day where, leave the millet for just training. So that'll be great. All right, so hopefully that helps. All right, so let's see. How's the flock coming along, Tyrell? It's going good now. Like, I want to knock on wood. There's no wood here. Can I knock on your little beaksy? Everybody's doing good right now. Victoria's getting better. We just got to figure out her eyesight. We got to figure out a little bit more pain management. But it looks like we are doing so much better. So I'm just like, I'm so thankful for everybody's prayers and support and flock power. That, when you've got a whole bird community sending so many positive thoughts like what we had. And, I was in here sleeping on this floor. Let me show you the floor. That is a tile. That's where I was sleeping for like 10 days, right? Oh my gosh, that killed my back. But that you've got flock power behind you, and everybody just pulling for you guys, pulling for Victoria. It really gave me peace, and I can't tell you how much it meant to me and Victoria. How's the puffin? He's doing really good. He is over there. He's being so good. You see how him and baby sit? They sit as close as they can to each other. And so he just had his dinner. They were outside today playing. And it was a little cold, but I was watching I bring my temperature thing out there, right? And so I have it in here, and then when we go outside, I take it out there to make sure it's not getting too cold. And so this is a thermopore, and it measures the humidity in the room. Go, Christine. Thank you so much for the super chat. I love you. Did you see that? Another super chat. Like what? Oh, thank you. Oh my gosh, thank you. So I love you. You're amazing. You do so much for the bird community. Miss Chop Chop, Queen of Chop. But this is great, you guys, and they're like super cheap. I think they're like $10, but it also tells you how cold the room was at one time. It was 62 in here. What was it, yesterday or last night? And they do have a heater, but it was cold. It was like 40 outside, so, and they were covered. And then it tells how warm it was in here today, so it was 73. And then it also does the humidity. So these things are always important. Thank you so much, Christine. Christine's Chop Chop for that super chat. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Oh, wait. Naomi is watching with my cockatiel, Lucy. Hi, Lucy. Hi, Lucy. Lucy the cockatiel's watching us. Hi, Lucy. I love it when people watch us with their birds. I wonder what she's doing right now. Lucy. She's probably like, how does she know my name? Bueno. Can you link us to the temp clock after the live? Actually, we have it at our Amazon store. And then I'm also gonna have it in our next video. But yeah, we have this in the Amazon store, and it was, you'll see it there. It's there. So but yes, I will put a link to make it easier after the live. For sure. Thank you. Lucy is pecking, trying to say hi. Do you hear? Lucy's trying to peck, trying to get through the television. Yeah, Thomas has a lot to say. Yes. Whoa. He has a lot to say. Yes, Christine Wood is the queen of chop. My flock loves her chop. There is the cutest video right now on our Parrot Playhouse FB page, Facebook page. And it's so cute. It's of a macaw. I don't remember what the name of the macaw is, but it's enjoying Christine's food, and it's just going It's the cutest thing. It's a scarlet macaw. It's probably one of the cutest videos. You know, I've seen a lot of cute videos, and we're talking Victoria Cockatoo cute videos and other videos. It's probably one of the cutest videos I've ever seen. I almost teared up. It was that cute. Okay, Jessica, Monty is asleep. I'm in Somerville, South Carolina, just outside Charleston. It's 9 p.m. here. So your kayik is asleep. Jessica has a new kayik. Oh my goodness. And I'm going to make a mat for her, a mat toy for her new kayik. There's Birgit. I was just in Charleston. I've always wanted to go to Charleston. I hear it's amazing. Oh, Thomas just pooped on me. Are cages linked on your Amazon store? Please do if you have not already. I'm gonna have to look carefully at some of those cages, but what I always say is, you know, I don't think King's Cages is on Amazon, but if you really want a good cage, King's Cages has the best quality cages, and they have been so good to us. That's where Christine buys the cages for birds in need for some of the fundraising she does. And, you know, when we did Sambaya, do you remember Sambaya, the African gray that had the cancer, and we all fundraised, right? To raise money. Yes. For her surgery. She had her surgery. We saved her life, you guys. Christine Wood did a raffle, and we raised money. Also, I just went hoarse. We raised money for a cage. And King's Cage also donated like perches and toys and stuff to Sambaya as well. So that was like, I love that. I love that they support rescue and stuff like that. They were so nice. So nice. So not only do they have a good heart, they have quality cages. Let me drink some. You hear the sound you made? Now we're looking at him, so he's not gonna make the water sound. What? I'm like joking on my water. Oh my goodness, you just made me miss a super chat. Sorry, I like had water like all over me. Jesse made me laugh. Mary, oh my gosh. a little bit of love from my cockatiels, Bon and Jovi. Those are the cutest names. Those are the cutest names. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, they are absolutely precious names. I bet they're absolutely adorable. Thank you, Mary. Really, really appreciate it. And are you, please, let's use nice words. Are you in the UK? Thank you. And if you're in the UK, it's like really late there. Thank you. RSS. Hi, April. Looking good. Thank you. Hope Victoria is doing better. She is. You are a rock star. Your unwavering, steady stream of unconditional love. You show your parrots, plus teaching us all. Thank you. Ontario, Canada. Oh, thank you so much. That means so much. I just, I wouldn't be able to do what I do if it wasn't for you guys. I'm just basically the messenger, right? People reach out to me that need help, and I would be nothing if it wasn't for you guys. Our I don't even want to call you subscribers, our friends, our Flock Power friends, and you guys make me who I am, and without you, I wouldn't be able to do anything really. So it takes a flock to make it happen. So yeah, wish bueno. Thank you so much. All right, my cockatiel's name is Pepper. Oh, that's so cute. That is a cute name for Pepper, and that sounds spicy. That'd be a good name. Okay, so Jesse made that rude sound. I didn't make that rude sound. Why do grays always make those sounds? You notice, like, when I do this, he's quiet. Take another. You want some? Oh, let's let him touch that. I don't want to. Water? And the reason why I don't let him touch this, you guys, because we actually have bacteria that birds don't have the immune system to fight. And so, not all the time will it make them sick, but if a bird's health is compromised, if they're stressed, if it's cold, whatever, they become more susceptible to diseases in our bacteria. And so that's why I never share drinks with my birds, not because, I'm being mean, but because I don't want to make them sick. So I always give them when I have juice, I make sure that I pour little juice cups for them, right? Because we've been drinking a lot of juice here, and vegetable juice, right? Because it's super healthy and good. Do you like juice? Jesse loves juice. Do you love juice? He loves juice. And so I always make sure I pour off some stuff before I drink it. So that's just a little something, just so you know, because I know a lot of people, do that. Christine's matching donations. What? You're so, what? Thomas said, thank you, Christine, you're amazing. Christine's matching super chats. Christine, how do you do this? You must, my gosh, we need to get some more Chop. We need to buy more Chop or make some more Chop videos or something, right? You're amazing. Thank you so much. Jesse cracks me up. I know he cracks me up too. Everyone loves to fart joke, and he capitalizes on that. He does. And he loves to poop, and he loves to tell me that he pooped. And he loves to poop and say, ooh, gross. And in fact, there's a poop on my back. Thomas pooped. Jesse, is there a poop on my back? Huh? Ugh. Let's get that poop. So he'll be like, ugh, pick it up. Ugh, clean that poop up. Jesse, is there a poop on my back? Do you see a poop? I'm trying to get it. Do you see it? I don't know if he's gonna do it. Ugh. Let's clean this up. Gross. But he says all those things. He'll be like, did you hear that? That poop is gross. That's disgusting. Look at that poop. Ooh. Did you hear that? He is. He's laughing. He is so funny. He just said the poop was gross. He just kills me, this bird. Just kills me. No, the vegetable juice is really good, you guys. So I won't put any spinach because spinach is not, you don't want to give a bird too much spinach. You just give them itsy bitsy amounts, but I'll give them like Swiss chard. And then I'll do some apple carrots. What else do we put in there? Beet tops, lots of beet tops. I'll put some beets in there. What else do we put in there? We put so many good things. Sometimes I'll put turmeric in there as well, which is an anti-inflammatory. I know it sounds gross, but it's so delicious. Rick to garden, thank you so much. It's a bueno. That's a $10 super chat. Thank you so much. Oh my God, there goes Christine. She's like she's like a keyboard warrior tonight. Thank you so much, Rick. Thank you so much, and thank you, Christine's Chop Shop. Thomas is like, give me some chop. Thank you. That's so funny. How is the man from the trolley that is Cockatoo was run over? Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Victor, actually, he is so fun. Victor is so funny. So I need to upload this video. I've been so busy, but I went to see him, you guys. It was a while now. I want to say last week, but it hasn't been last week. It's been maybe a few weeks ago. It was like right after Christmas, which is probably 2 months now. Now I don't think it's been 2 months, but he's doing good. I took him a bunch of bird toys that we make, Parrot Playhouse, right? And so his bird loved it. And so I said, Victor, let me send you some more toys. And he said, only if you let me pay full price. And I'm like, no, I want to give it to you as a gift. And he's like, no, I'm not accepting any toys unless I pay the full price. I was just like, oh my goodness. So he's just so sweet. But he's doing good. Ginger passed away, his cockatoo. And I was going to say that in the video that's coming up with him. And so he's been sad about that. We don't talk much about that in the video because, you know, he's been through so much, but she did pass away. So he still has one spicy Amazon left. And but besides Ginger passing away, which was a huge loss, he still has his precious Amazon. So that's what's going on with Victor. And you guys, you know, he needed help. And once again, we fundraised and we made Flock Power happen. Yeah? Bueno. I love you. And you guys, because of you, we were able to get him out of this horrible situation that he was in and to an apartment that was safe for his birds. And it was just amazing how everybody came together, and I too did a GoFundMe, and you guys shared that GoFundMe, and it was magical. Yes, rip Ginger. Rest in peace, Ginger. It was just amazing how everybody came together once again. Rick, I'd said more, but I got 3 cats to feed. Oh, feed your cats. Feed your cats. He has cats. Christine, Flock Power. Yes, it's Flock Power. You know what? That's how birds get it done, right? They work together as a flock. Birds are amazing how they can work together. You see them flying out there. I'm leaning back and there's poop on my back. They're out there flying and, you know, one turns, they all turn. I wish people in this world could, you know, work together like birds do, right? But we do here, and it's so refreshing when we see what's going on all over the planet, right? But then we can actually make a difference here, and we just all get together and we just make magic happen. It's so cool. Mother Dove, Green River. I love my shiny cat. You have a shiny cat. Must be on really good food. Rick is like, I love all animals. And Rick's like, he's saying his cats eat better than me. Well, I think a lot of our animals eat better than us. Rick, do you have a parrot? Are you watching this and you don't have a parrot? You know, Birgit in Austria, our friend Birgit, she doesn't have parrots, and she does so much for the bird community. She can't have a parrot. And so she is on Pionus and Parrots, that Facebook community page. It's just incredibly awesome. If you guys want a great page where the bird community is just awesome, it's very positive and you learn a lot. So she helps with that. She's a moderator. She does a fantastic job, and they're getting bigger and bigger, that page, and that's Pionus and Other Parrots. I think that's the name. So it's just, it's incredible. So she does amazing, and she's always keeping an eye on, she's moderating here right now along with Abigail, but she's always keeping an eye on my stuff. When there's emergency bird questions, she'll message me like, there's an emergency, you know, and lets me know what's going on. So, okay, so Rick, I want one, no space. I won't own one till I get more space. Not gonna neglect an animal. Well, that's good. So you're doing your research, you're hanging out in the bird community, and that's awesome. Good for you. I love hearing that. I love, you know, he wants to make sure that he's gonna give, you know, when he gets a parrot. Oh, sorry, you guys. I'm getting messaged right now. There's an African gray emergency that's happening right now. They're messaging me. That was Heather Chong from so many rescues, and I've done videos with them. Why can't I think of the rescue right now that's reaching out to me right now? But I'll get back to her as soon as I'm done here. There's the name. Oh, there's another message they're sending me. Okay, Pionus and Other Parrots as companions. Thank you, Birgit. And after the stream, I'll make sure I put the link of that page, because it is so informational. You guys, they have so much good stuff on there at the bottom of the description. So you guys can go on to Facebook and follow them if you like. If you want like a nice, uplifting, positive Facebook page, because I know sometimes Facebook gets intense. It gets intense for me too, because I'm always getting, people are always reaching out to me with serious bird emergencies, like one going on right now. And it's, you know, it's hard, right? But it's good to be around groups like that are very uplifted, and they do all kinds of stuff, and they do help other birds as well. Abigail, you have 6 cats. Holy Batmobile. And they eat a bunch. 16-pound bag of food a week? Really? Holy smokes. Do you know what? That's good. That means they're not out there eating birds, right? Because they got a good appetite for food, so that's good. Good. Okay, so Jade Smith, bless your heart. I do wildlife rehabbing. Whoa, that's hard. So I know how stressful it is getting so many phone calls and texts. Love what you do. Well, Jade Smith, thank you for what you do. That is hard. Wildlife. Oh, I do not envy you with springtime coming. These wildlife rehabbers have the hardest job during the spring, you guys. Like literally, like last year, was it last year I did the owl video where I rescued the owl? Do you guys remember that? The owl ended up passing away. It was very sick, but it was good that owl, you know, I got that owl and took it to Wild Hab rescue because it was suffering and it needed to, I didn't know at the time, but it turned out it did need to be put out of its misery. So that's good. African gray rescue, I'm so there. Christine, it's a bird. I don't even know if I should be saying this on here, right? I don't know if I should, you know what? I'll message you later. You guys, I know I can trust you, but you just never know who's watching. And it's a bird that's in a very bad, it's just not a good situation right now. So, okay. Let's see. Allison, I live by Adopt Don't Shop 95. Yes. I love, exactly. That's a great way to live. 95% of my pets have been rescues. Isn't that incredible? I'm trying to think. So before I knew there was a parrot crisis, you know, I got Baby when I was a kid. My Amazon over there. He was my first parrot. Bueno, yes. You guys don't get along. He's not very nice to you. Baby and Puffy actually bully you. So that's no bueno. But so Baby, my yellow nape. So I bought him. I was a kid. And I bought him for $350. That's all the money I had. And I got a cage, which was like this. It was a small cage. It was a small cage, you guys. They gave me, it's a shame on them for selling him with a small cage. Small cage, a bag of seed, and a bird. They didn't have YouTube back then. And so $350. I walked out with a bird that was padlocked because he bit. I didn't know birds, Jesse's laughing. I didn't know birds bit till I got him home. And he said he bit me. So I have a lot to learn. And that cage quickly changed to a big cage, right? So I had to mow a lot of lawns. and get an allowance and pick up a lot of neighbors' dogs' poop and wash a lot of dishes to earn that money, right? Because that's a lot of money for a kid to raise, to buy a bird cage. So, and then I realized seed is bad. So baby was on seed for like a week, you know? And so baby, I got him pretty bird food. That was all pellets that they had back then. And, you know, things started changing and boom, you know, and then I did buy Puffy and I didn't know there was a parrot crisis. When I bought Puffy either and his brother, I bought two, Puffy and Pierre, they were twins. Pierre's passed away from cancer, stomach cancer. And so I didn't know there was a parrot crisis until I rescued a macaw out of a pet shop. I was shocked to see a bird in bad shape at a pet shop because I thought pet shops were a happy place, and it turns out the front room's happy, right? That's where they put all the baby birds and stuff. But they all these pet shops have back rooms where they have these breeder birds and birds that are plucked and birds that, you know, it's just really sad that they couldn't sell or are sick. And, you know, there's always a back room, I've discovered. I could, maybe not all, but I always think there's a back room. And this bird was in the back room. I got in the back and I was just shocked. And poor Mona, you know, I made a video, Walnut killed my parrot. But actually it was, you know, the abuse that she went through that killed her. But she did swallow a walnut shell and it did rupture her intestines. So that's why I give my birds, I don't give them too many walnuts. Did you just lick my ear? Wow, thank you so much. I appreciate that. That was really, oh, sorry, that was a dry kiss. That was really sweet. Dry kiss. But yeah, so, you know, she did pass away 6 months later. And after that, that's when I was like, just boom. The reality of the parrot crisis just hit me hard. And right after, and then boom, Thomas was rescued, right? Thomas was rescued. He was, boy, that was terrible what happened to you, huh? Yeah. So he was rescued, and then Maui came along, and then boom, you know, it just more birds and more birds and more birds. And obviously I couldn't keep them all. And then, you know, I joined Peace Parrot Education and Adoption Center in San Diego. And that's with, when I got Maui. And because Maui was, he came to me and he was mutilating, right? He had a hole in his chest and I didn't know what to do. So I joined Peace and they had excellent classes. This was long time ago. I'm going to say just not quite 20 years, but it was a long time ago. And so I took some classes, and then Barbara Heightright came. And so by then I was teaching the classes, right? And I hung out with Barbara Heightright. Oh, you licked my ear again. And then Susan Freeman, you guys know who Susan Freeman is. Susan Freeman came and she gave this awesome class. I got to hang out with Susan Freeman. So I really got exposed to a lot of awesome educators. And so that's where I got a lot of my education. And then I furthered it, and I took Susan Freeman's course, college course, which was so hard. I'm going to take it again in the summer, and it's intense. It's through the University of Utah. And it's like a full college course. It's gnarly, but it's going to be so awesome, like homework and everything. Right now I got homework and everything with the course I'm taking right now with Thomas, which we have homework tonight to do. But yeah, it's just super cool. So I like doing this, and then I share it with you guys, and there's just so much to learn. And you know, even all these people that you talk to, these you know, a lot of the course that I'm taking right now, Melody, she's out of the bird hospital in it's in San Francisco, Oakland, I think. And so we're doing Zoom calls, and she tells me, even though she trains veterinarians all over the country, like, she's amazing, she still takes Susan Freeman's course, and she's always looking to learn more. And you know, she said these guys are always teaching us something new, and they do. So you know, and there's always someone on here that knows something that we don't know, right? And so that's what's so cool in these comments. You know, we can learn from each other, and I love that. Flock power. Okay, Christine Wood. Rick, birds are always affected by changes in their flock home life. Some adjust faster than others. So true. And you know, when I've rescued birds, you know, you get a bird that somebody says is ferocious, that bites, you know, there's no hope for them, and you pull them out of an environment and you put them in another environment, and it's just like, what? This bird doesn't have any of the issues you told me he had. Like, this bird's like totally adoptable. So you know, birds in different environments will be totally different birds. So they're really, as Christine was saying, they're affected by their environment. So as you guys can see, the lights are dimmed. And if you guys have watched our lives, right, when the lights are on, it's crazy in here. It's so like they're like Buffy's climbing the curtains, like they're bouncing off the walls, like, you know, trying to attack Thomas. Do they try to attack you? They do. Yeah, they do. I mean, it's wild in here. But you know, with the lights dimmed, and my voice is kind of, you know, they're chill. But I'm not saying keep your lights dim, but they're dim because it's bedtime, and Victoria's over there grinding her beak. Do you see her? That means she's ready for bed. So let's see. Do we have any more questions? Christine Wood. I just did an order because she mentioned you have amazing chops. She does. Can't wait to try it. Oh my gosh, it's so good. And you know what I like to do? I like to add her super greens in it as well. And then I'll also add some quinoa. Sometimes I'll add like some frozen peas and corn. And it's so good. And sometimes I'll also add her anti-inflammatory blend, which helps birds that have arthritis. But you have to, you know, continue it because it has turmeric. It has a bunch of anti-inflammatory herbs in here, and cayenne pepper and different things that work really well. So it's holistic, it's natural, and I like to actually use that in my food as well. It's really good. So good. Cool. How many words does Thomas know? I don't know, really. And so he speaks like his own language, like a lot of, so he knows some pretty good ones, and he speaks a little Spanish. I don't know. I need to start counting, but the ones that he uses, they're awfully cute, right? So RSS. Did you guys hear of the little budgie found in a dumpster still in the live animals box? It was delivered to Pekka. Oh my gosh, it is okay, only cause someone found the little guy. Could have been a cruel death. That's terrible. They dumped it at a Pekka. I did not hear that. I did not hear that at all. That's so sad. You know, that does happen. That's kind of what happened to Thomas. He did get dumped, and it was in front of Petco. Isn't that interesting? In the parking lot. And he was they pinioned his wing. They did a botch job, and so he was there. And so I got called in and I got him. Yeah. So, wow. I'm so glad they found him at Petco. So glad. Okay. Jeb. Okay, so it's Brandy. Jeb Mama, thank you. I definitely like supporting smaller businesses. Yes, I am excited. So happy to hear it's a loved product. Yes. Thank you so much for purchasing Christine Chop Chop. She is she's amazing. Amazing. Abigail, I have close to 30 animals and they are all very different. Whoa. You must be so busy. I bet you're learning a lot from all your animals. Wow. You must be a really good mom. Thomas is pretty. Thank you, Rick. Yeah, he said you're pretty. Let's see. And then Ozzy saying, hi, Christine. Hi, Christine. And then Shayna saying, I learned a lot from Bird Tricks and Marlene McCohen. That is so good. It's so good that we've got channels out there that we can learn from. That is super awesome. Let's see. So Rick asked, wow, how many types of animals? And so I'm thinking he's asking Abigail. So that's super cool. And I'm trying to see if I missed any questions above. Oh, it's Brandy. Yes, I got the super greens, a chocolate blend, and chop blend. Whoa, your birds are going to be set. That's super awesome. Good. Okay, so we got a question. Sajad. I got a question. So I got my conure biting my contact glasses every time she gets on my shoulder. What should I do? So she only bites your glasses. Jessie does that too. You know, she's probably scared of your glasses. Can you get your conyour's favorite treat? Don't put her on your shoulder. Thomas just pooped on me again. Put her on a stand like the one I have here. And so what you want to do is sit in a chair and hand a treat, and while you're wearing a glass, and then just get closer, hand another treat, slowly get closer. If you see your step back, back away, and maybe end the session, and then do another session with your bird and try it again till your bird gets used to the glasses. Your bird is probably scared of your glasses and going, what is this thing on your face? I need to rescue you right now. What is this big bug on your face? So slowly help your parrot get used to your glasses, and I think that'll help you a lot. I would say maybe put your glasses also on a table, but don't let your bird get the glasses, and slowly do the same thing with a treat. Move the glasses closer, treat, move the glasses closer, and see if you can get your bird to understand that the glasses are safe and they're not hurting you and they're not going to hurt your bird. So that's what I would do. Okay, so Abigail has horses, cats, dogs, birds, chickens, and guinea pigs. Oh my goodness gracious, that's a lot of animals. I don't know how you do it. You're still in school. Wow. Jebby, yeah, I have the anti-inflammatory, the extra boost, very good. I have girls and the green powders too. Wow, so Jebby is fully equipped. Is Thomas a macaw? No, Thomas is a lilac crowned Amazon. There are many different species of Amazon. And baby over there, he's asleep. Do you see how he sleeps? He's a yell-nape Amazon. So I have 2 different species of Amazon in this room. Quinn back there, right there. We haven't said hi to Quinn. He's also a lilac crown too. And they don't get along. Like you would think, right? 2 species, the same species would get along. Like, and when I fostered Quinn, I'm a foster failure. I was like, oh, cool. Thomas is going to have another lilac to hang out with. Like, he'll have company. Like, that lasted like 3 months. And then spring came and hormones started flying and they wanted to kill each other. And so I just keep them separated because they will fight. Right? Yeah. Yeah. They don't get along. Yeah, Quinn's over there. He's a good boy. Cheapest one you could find. Oh, wait. Oh, somebody doesn't have I don't really have the time to make one. What are we making? Oh, I bet that it'll be fun. Thanks a lot. Oh, you're welcome, Sajad. You're so welcome. Thank you for asking that question too, right? Because it takes a lot of courage to ask questions, you know? And so to come on here, take time to watch this video, and you know you want to improve your bird's life, so you ask a question, right? That's I have so much respect for people that ask questions. Let's see. Yes. Woo! Thomas don't play well with others. He's a real sweetheart, but his thing is, because he was pinioned, he's missing part of his wing. They literally cut his bone, and he was severely abused. He's scared of being hurt, and these 2, Baby and Puffy, do not help the situation. They sense weakness, so if there's a weak bird in the flock, usually that makes birds feel vulnerable because they're prey animals, so they will try to get rid of the weak link. But I think Baby and Puffy do it because it's fun and they get a reaction from Thomas. But I'm very careful to keep them separated. But Thomas like looks like he's aggressive, but he's really scared, and so he's trying to defend himself. And sometimes you'll see birds when they start talking and they get really animated, you'll look at them and go, oh, that bird's having fun, and it turns out that bird's actually scared and trying to look really big and like, you know, like, oh, everything's fine, but deep down inside that bird is scared. You'll see that, you know, when I used to go into pet shops, which I don't anymore, but I used to go in there and spy on them, right, to see what was going on. I don't do that. Everybody sees me coming now. I'm not really allowed in any pet shops anymore. I think they've got my face in the back room, so they see me coming. They're like following me, like, why is she in here? And usually it's not. You know, I'm like, I have a mission. That means somebody reached out to me. There's something going on in there, and I'm gonna get to the bottom of it, type of thing. So I don't do that anymore. I can't even make it into the parking lot of many of these pet shops. They know what my car looks like. They know me, and they meet me at the door, right? So but you know, I'm talking about the really bad ones that I've had to go in where it was terrible conditions, and so like really just terrible places where I would go in and try to get what I needed to be able to report them, right, to help these birds that were in these terrible places. So But yeah, but you will see birds, like, you'll see people going, hi bird, hey, and the bird's like, hi, trying to talk, and that bird is scared. That bird's leaned back on its perch. Its feathers are tight sometimes, or the feathers will be puffed up, but you can see that bird's not comfortable, and that bird's just really terrified, but doesn't want to show that he's terrified. And so that's something to really look at, when you guys have small birds or any bird at all. You just really look at their body language. Like, is that bird talking because he's happy, or is that bird talking because he's nervous? And if he's nervous, why is he nervous? Is he nervous because of me? Is he nervous because there's a dog over there? Is he nervous because his cage is in a area in the room where he feels that he's vulnerable? Usually they need a wall. You want to put a cage. You see all these cages have walls. They're against curtains, but when I open those curtains, I always leave part of the curtain on the back of the cage closed, so they can feel like they're hiding, like they would in the wild, hiding in a tree, hiding behind a branch. Birds hide behind their toys. They always need a place to hide, and that's a place where they like to usually sleep. And so that's important when you have a bird, especially when you're bringing a new bird into the home, or just a bird period. And set up their cages so they can kind of hide out if they want to. I say don't put boxes though, because boxes do create nesting behavior. They do create all kinds of problems, aggression and stuff like that. But maybe position toys in places where a bird can kind of hide, and maybe cover just a corner of the cage if you don't have like a wall. The cage is against the wall, but just think about how birds like to kind of hide out in trees. Just kind of think of that when you're setting up your bird's cage. Make it comfortable. All pet shops mistreat birds. Well, that's quite a comment. But even if that pet shop's not mistreating the bird, sad to say, there was a study, and it's about 85% of birds that are purchased, right? Hatched and are purchased, breeder, pet shop, 85% of them end up being rehomed within the first 3 years of their life, and that's usually when they become sexually mature. I get phone calls all the time, or messages, why is my Kaik attacking me? And I usually ask, and a Kaik, when they start attacking, is usually between 3 and 4 when they become sexually mature. That's when they become out of control. And that is usually, if they weren't abused in the pet shop, that is when it starts to happen. When people don't know what to do, a bird's coming at them, that's when they start doing this. Birds become fearful of their hands, or they like the stick, or brooms. You got a big cockatoo coming at you, you're like trying to block this cockatoo, right? And so sadly, these birds live a long time, and so that's why many of them are eventually abused. And that's why everybody, except not Jessie came from a good home, but pretty much everybody except for Jessie, Baby, and Puffy, and I don't know I'm not quite sure what happened with Quinn's life. Pretty much, they were not treated well, and that's a shame. And that's a high percentage in this room of birds that were not treated well, and it's usually because these are wild animals, and you're not required to take classes when you bring them into your home. And you see these cute videos, and people go out and buy them, and they could never imagine, that a bird could scream, that could take your finger off, that could become so aggressive, so dangerous. And they don't know what to do, and then they try to find a place for them, and rescues are full, especially right now. And so that's usually when the abuse starts happening. They start covering them, or they have to stick them in closets, and it happens all the time. Or they dump them quick on Craigslist, or usually the people that want them right away are the wrong people, and they flip them, resell them. And I'm actually dealing with that right now, right? Not me doing it, but there's a bird that's in that situation right now. And so that happens a lot. And you get an animal that can live 80 to 100 years. Chances it's going to end up in the wrong hands. It's pretty great that it's a big possibility that's going to happen, So, Victoria Cockatoo, my gosh, she's 48. Boy, she really ended up in the wrong hands, right? Let's see, Miguel Angel, we take her quite often to the Medical Center for Birds in Oakland. Oh yeah, that's it. that's where we're taking our classes, and that's where Dr. G came from, and that's where Dr. Spears is. They are amazing. Yes, they are. Oh, there's the message again, the emergency. She's a picky eater and don't know what else to do, so she can eat more variety. Any tips? Well, I have Christine Chop Chop is really good. And then I also have how to convert your parrot to a healthy diet video. And it's basically you get a coffee grinder that's never had coffee in it, and you grind the pellets in there, so you create a powder, and then you sprinkle it. If your bird's eating seeds, sprinkle it on the seed, maybe mist it a little bit, but you're gonna have to change it because the seed will grow bacteria once it's wet, and then the bird will start eating the seed, but then start tasting the pellets, and then they start to like the taste. Also, Christine's Chop Shop, it's delicious. Her soak and serve chop, it's dehydrated, and then you soak it and it plumps up, and you can mix that in with the seed as well. And so that's a really awesome way to convert your birds to healthy food. Robert, for the birds. Thomas, for the birds. See that? Yeah? Yeah. Thank you so much, Robert. Jan Kelly, oh my gosh. I bless you, Jan. I have 5 caiques. Can you imagine that house? I had 4, and that was intense. 2 were purchased, 3 were rescues. It breaks my heart when people buy birds without knowing anything about the nature of the birds. Mine are full flighted. Yeah. Wow, your house is super exciting. You bought toys from us too. Thank you so much. You're absolutely right about that. And caiques are so they require a special environment, right? They are super wild, super wild. And I don't think they've been in captivity long, and they do like to hunt. They do like to attack. And people don't understand them. They are so misunderstood, like cockatoos are as well. And it's something else. So you're awesome. Christine, she just matched it. Matching donations. Thank you so much, Christine. Chop Shop, thank you so much. So Christine from Christine's Chop Shop is matching donations. She is just something else, I tell you. Thank you. Miguel. Hola, Thomas. Hola. He's speaking your language. Thank you so much. I will watch that video. Good. Again. Oh, so you already watched it. She also suffers from severe hormonal issues, just like Victoria. Yeah. So that's where I'm sure, you're going to such a good bird hospital. That's all they see are birds. So I'm sure, you've had the Lupron shots or the implants. I'm sure, Dr. Spears or whoever you have talked to you about all that, and cage setup, and that's where you don't want them to feel comfortable. That's where you don't quite want them to feel safe in their cage. And so when you got a bird like that, that's where you move the cage away from the wall, right? And you take the hidey spots away, right? Because you don't want them to feel too cozy, because when they are wanting to lay eggs, that's when it's dangerous for them, because a lot of these birds, unlike Jan's birds that are flying, a lot of these birds that don't fly, they don't develop those muscles, right? And those muscles that help push those eggs out. And even birds that fly in captivity don't fly enough and have those muscles. So, and they don't get enough sunlight. Even though we do give them sun, it's still not enough. And so those eggs just aren't hard, and they do get egg bound. So you definitely need to break that cycle when your birds are doing that. And so you want to put them, sometimes when Victoria's like that, I'll put her kind of in the middle of the room, and I will make sure she can't hide or press up against her toys, but I make sure I give her a lot of foraging opportunities. I make her work for her food, which is harder now because she's going blind, but we're going to try to fix that. And so, like, a lot of our Parrot Playhouse toys are designed for birds to forage, so they have to, I'll put their pellets in there, so they have to look through the finger traps, they have to move this, they have to move that, and really work for their food. But you want to make sure your bird's eating. So always good to weigh your bird twice a week as well, right? Yeah, so it's always good to weigh your bird to make sure that they're really eating, because even a sick bird will pretend to eat, right? I had somebody tell me that their bird's beak was all long, but the bird's eating. I'm like, I don't know about that. I'm like, your bird, you need to take your bird to the vet. You need to get that beak trimmed, even though, it's like this, the beak. There's a good chance the bird's fake eating because it's trying to make the other birds think that it's healthy and eat, it doesn't want to be a target. Turns out that she weighed that bird was really underweight. She weighed that bird 3 days later. That bird lost more weight, right? So I was like, okay, so now you need to take your bird to the vet because it's not eating. So she did. Because she was afraid, she was afraid. But you got to take your bird to the vet. Jebby, mama. Hey, oh my gosh, thank you so much. Look, she's like a little dancing sticker. What is that, like a dancing pear? It's so cute. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. You guys are just, you're so, there's Christine, keyboard warrior. Thank you. Oh, that's another. That's Christy Muller. Oh my gosh. I need to get, sorry, I almost knocked you over. Thank you so much. You guys are just so great. Just clock power to all of you. There's the keyboard warrior, Christine. She's killing me right now. Thank you, you guys. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. I just love how we can all come on here and talk birds and be positive and solve rescue problems, right? And like parrots first. As I brought up at the beginning of the stream, that is hit with some serious rescue complications and a bird that they adopted and the bird, that cockatoo, broke its leg and had to have a $4,000 surgery, and the owner, because he was, he's been affected by the pandemic, could not afford that entire $4,000 surgery. I mean, who can right now, right? And so Parrots first paid for it, but now their funds are depleted. And so yeah, so I'm gonna be making a video for them. I'm gonna be doing a GoFundMe for them. So I'm just so excited to see what we can do here, because I feel we could do a lot of good stuff. But you guys, I love you so much. Okay, so RSS, I must go. April, we love you and your flock. God bless you to all. Please stay safe. April, you are so smart about the beak. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Christine, thank you so much. Oh my gosh. You guys, well, I feel that I better end this stream, or Christine would miss the Queen of Chop, Christine's Chop Shop is gonna go broke because she's matching all these super chats. I really appreciate you guys and Christine Muller. And what would you recommend to me to buy a toy for my Quaker? Oh, a Quaker, oh my gosh. For a toy to help his beak. He was beaten and abused, so his beak, I actually trimmed so he can't eat, but he needs more help. Well, we have a bunch of foraging toys, and the link for our toys is below. And I came out with a small bird line, and it's really fun, and there's a lot to chew and do things. So we've got the small birds, we've got the medium birds, and the large birds. Take a look at that, and if those don't work, I can always try to make you something that might work. But I think that we have something there that will help, and if not, email me at parrotplayhouse.com and I will help you further. All right, okay guys, can you please send it to me? Yeah, I will definitely. Yeah, just message me, parrotplayhouse.com, and I will I'll help you. We'll figure something out, a toy for your Quaker. Andrea, help. In the hospital for 6 weeks. Hubby took good care. May have to go back. Bird almost died. Any advice? Oh, well, but there's so many questions here. Why did your bird almost die? Was your bird not eating? Is your bird just so sad? Why don't you email me as well? parrotplayhouse@gmail.com. Because I want to know, why did your bird almost die? Did your bird almost dehydrate? Did your bird not eat? Was he cooking with Teflon pans? Did your bird get too cold? There are so many questions I have that I need to know before I answer that. And I'm so sorry that you were in the hospital for 6 weeks, and I'm so sorry that you might have to go again. That is terrible when these things happen, you guys. It's terrible, and especially if you don't have a bird community around you that lives near that can help. Oh, Sean's here. Hi, Sean. That can help take care of your birds. That's really hard, and if you don't have the money, or if you can't, board your bird, which sometimes can be scary, right? Because birds can still get diseases, or sometimes you board your bird, and it's like, are they going to give me my bird back in some of these places? So there's all kinds of stuff, but definitely email me. Sean's here. Thank goodness it was a false alarm. I thought Victoria had been in some trouble. Thank you. No, and that's why I was very careful to put Parrot rescue. And then Victoria Cockatoo update. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, sometimes you see those titles like, ah. But anyways, yeah, Victoria is doing, she's over there grinding her beak. Thank you so much, Mikio SS founder, for putting our Gmail on there for people that need to message us after the stream. And then it might take me 24 to 48 hours to get back to you, but I will. Okay? Yeah, but so, Sean, you see Victoria Cockatoo over there? I know you love her. She's over there. So I am going to end this, you guys. It's getting late. I know everybody's probably tired, and poor Birgit, it's probably like 4 o'clock in the morning in Austria right now. And but I just really appreciate you guys for hanging out with us. And once again, Parrots First PayPal is down below if you'd like to donate to them to help them rescue more parrots and also help them continue the care for this cockatoo that broke its leg. But thank you so much, and thank you, Christine Chop Shop, for matching super chats. Oh my gosh, really appreciate it. And everybody here and all your super chats, you guys are awesome. And I just, what can I say? Flock power to all of you, and thank you for everything that you have ever done for us, and all your prayers, support. We love you. We love you so much. All right. Yes, and thank you. There's the thank you, SS, our founder, Mikio. There's the PayPal right there. Rose at parrotsfirst.org. And thank you to all my moderators. Hey, Cheryl. Hey, that were on here moderating the stream. I really am thankful for you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. All right, you guys, we're going to get going. Birgit, you know how we feel about you. We love you so much. You guys are family. We love you. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Say goodbye. Say goodbye. Yeah.